It's Nolan.
Grind since ninth grade. I've been on the grind since MySpace. Putting on my time in the right way. Money coming back when you fly straight. Niggas don't know what my life take. That's why you looking at me all sideways. Bring it in cash, these fight rates. Living like that, like it's Friday. I've been on the grind since ninth grade. I've been on the grind since MySpace. Putting on my time in the right way. Money coming back when you fly straight. Niggas don't know what my life take. That's why you looking at me all sideways. Bringing in cash, these fireworks. Living like that, like it's Friday. Hold up now. I don't know what y'all been told, but I get dough like I was selling salad gold. Dropped the song and bought a home. Got the crust, made the pie is Alamo. Iced the cream, fed my team, bought some bling, made it back from booking shows. Silver screen ain't what it seemed, cause I done seen some casualties they won't expose. Like, niggas better pay little bruh now. Hit 'em with the PPP like the government. Pull up in the hood, nigga fans still struggling. I don't understand why you niggas still trust 'em. Money in the game, but the industry flushing. Run up in the office, give it up, a niggas bustin'. We ain't got nothing left to lose, still hustling. Gay out of here, y'all ain't paying nigga nothing. Right away. Since ninth grade. I've been on the grind since MySpace. Pulling on my time in the right way.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. We're back with another episode of Inside the Industry. And as y'all can see, we're doing New Music Friday. Of course, this is your number one source for music, entertainment, and commentary and breakdowns. All right. So let me go ahead and put this up on the screen. We're going to get right into it. We've been waiting on this record to drop for quite some time, a few weeks now. JT with OK. We were just talking the other day about how she got into it with one of her fans on Twitter, or at least an onlooker on Twitter that's like, hey, do you have a release date for this song? And if so, when the fuck is it dropping? You keep sampling it, you keep previewing it, you're telling people to make TikToks on it, you're coming up with all different ways to manipulate the game on TikTok so people could play your record on there. Where are you leading us, right? Is there a release date? Is there a cover art? Is there somewhere we're going? Are you leading us to water or are you leading us to the desert, right? The song is finally out. I would love to know what the consensus is from the people. Me personally, I still believe that the record is solid. I think it's a pretty solid record. Do I believe it's going to be a hit? No. But I also don't think that the format of the song was tailored towards being a chart-topping hit. But I hope it does well for her, especially since she did get over 40,000 people to use her record on TikTok, even though her label is no longer allowed to play music on there. So that's not no small feat. That's not no small thing. Love TikTok, hate TikTok, whatever you want. That ain't no small shit to scoff at, right? She's been playing it at the club. She's been playing it at the backyard barbecue shows and stuff like that. And her folks have been going up to the record. I have not been mad at it. I like the sound. I like the OG triumphant trap sound. That old school tune, Zaytoven, right? That OG trap, Shouty Red. I'm with that shit. She don't sound bad on the record. I heard some people say that they felt like her delivery on the record was lackadaisical, lazy. I don't necessarily agree with that either. I feel like the record Sideways was more so on that type of vibe, right? I felt like she was rapping with Morning Breath on Sideways. These will never be the same. I'm like, bro, did you brush your teeth before you made this motherfucking record? No shots if you didn't, but god damn. So I felt like that was lazy. I felt like that was Morning Breath. You know what I mean? This one, it felt like she didn't have to yell. It didn't need to be over exerted because the mix was pretty good where she's sounding clear and concise over the beat. Even though the beat has a lot of sounds going on, she still sits and rests very comfortably into the beat. So again, I don't feel like this is a bad record. Some people may feel like it's mid. I heard some folks say okay is just okay. And I'm not here to battle with nobody about their opinion, you know what I mean? I'm just here to say, me personally, I fuck with it. But let's go into some of these lyrics. You know, this is what we do on Fridays. If there's new music that catches our radar, we're going to go over the lyrics because we can't play the music most cases. So the lyrical breakdown is what's necessary, all right? So starting out, we got the chorus. She says, I'm pretty than a motherfucker. Hoes be looking okay. So she saying she out here looking good. You motherfuckers is just okay. She think that she fucking with me. Is this bitch okay? He said ain't fucking around. I look at him like, okay. So, like, he say he ain't fucking around. He dead ass serious. She like, okay. Don't necessarily believe you, but I'm going to roll with you. I used to be down bad, but now a bitch, okay. You know what I mean? Like, that's an interesting bar. That means you could be doing better. But I love the transparency. And she just says it all over again. We ain't got to go through that again. Now, she says, down south bad bitch. Discreet shit so ratchet. Call me JT, aka the Soul Snatcher. Okay? So she out here snatching souls. I think Lil Uzi's might have been gone before you met him, but you might have put it back into him and snatched it all again. I don't know. Maybe that's what you do. She say I'm with a booster, a scholar, and a pole dancer. Pussy nigga call my phone, you won't get no answer. Don't come around here with that goddamn Felix the Cat shit. Fuck these niggas and fuck these hoes too. You can't fuck with me, fuck what a bitch told you. Sexy black motherfucker. Heat game on the wood, I'm watching Jimmy Butler. This ain't bad. It's simple, but it ain't bad. She talking shit, she popping game. Since I came home, I've been killing every summer. You been out here doing your shit, but we can't act like city girls was just out here like bombarding the game. Y'all took the industry by storm 2018, 2019. Once the pandemic hit for us, the pandemic also hit for y'all. We ain't gonna act like the Twerkulator never happened. We ain't gonna act like that last album moving 6K units never happened. But 2024, it seems like you are escalating to a different space. So I'm hoping that you're able to fulfill that. Real boss bitch. And I started as a runner. So she's going back like, hey, I'm a boss now, but I started as a runner. I went through every phase. I went through every, you know what I mean? Every trial and tribulation that was supposed to be there. I went through it, and now I'm a boss. Titties sitting pretty, and I'm looking like a snack. 40-inch bust down, and you know that bitch black. Okay? She goes back into the chorus. Verse 2. She says, do not disturb, bitch. I'm with my nigga. Okay. All right. D&D. Iced out nameplate, and it's from my nigga. Moment of silence for that one. Bitch say she pregnant, it ain't from my nigga. I don't pay for shit, it's all on my nigga. Lil Uzi, she putting a lot of responsibility on you, bro. I hope you're delivering. Maserati mommy and the roof missing. She ate crab legs, now her whole tooth missing. What the fuck? Hey, man, I know I got some Cardi B fans. I'm a Cardi B fan my motherfucking self. But that shit funny, man. Oh, my Lord. That shit funny, man. We're going to have to pull this up on the big screen. Y'all know Cardi B tooth recently fell the fuck out after eating a bagel. Want a bagel? Oh, shit. Cardi was a good sport about it, but somebody was going to say something. Somebody was going to say something about that shit falling out the side. The beef continues. If you thought JT was letting that shit ride, clearly she's not. I'm not getting involved in the beef, but that shit was funny. Now, when Cardi come back and snap on you, we're going to cover it the same way. But she ate crab legs, now her whole tooth missing. That's some funny shit. Cheap ass veneer. She keep going. Cheap ass veneers. You stay talking shit. Put a marker to this bitch. She's so counterfeit. That's a tough little line. You know, you gotta identify the counterfeit with the marker, see if it's real and authentic or if it's some bullshit with it. Said run a marker to her. Now, I don't know where things went bad between you and Cardi outside of the Nicki Minaj alliance. I don't know if y'all already had bad blood between y'all, but I would hate to think that you going so hard at her and she's going hard at you about you, you know, stealing swag just because of that particular person. I would hate for that to be the story. Hopefully y'all could get over that. She say, I'm the baddie and the CEO. Got the bitches shaking ass in videos. In the cut, high with an emo hoe. We in runway, you bitches in dark shadow. I didn't like that dark shadow thing. Like it ended weird. The way she said it, it was very. But this is more of the Rick Owens shit, saying we in runway, you bitches in dark shadow. Which is, they say Dark Shadow is the diffusion line of the Rick Owens clothing line. The main line shown on the runway each season features avant-garde designs featuring rare materials, while the Dark Shadow line features designs with more attainable materials at a lower price point, saying she's being seen in the runway garments and basically throwing more shots at Cardi, saying you're wearing the cheaper shit. Or whomever she's also throwing shots at. But, you know, they have this ongoing Rick Owens thing that y'all have educated me about because I didn't understand at first. Goes back into the hook. And again, I feel like the song is solid. It's on my playlist. You know what I mean? It's something that I ain't gonna lie. It's it's a little bit of a troubling season for Jeezy, right? They talking about he's dangerous with women. You know what I mean? In this whole custody battle, we don't know what's real, what's not. You might want to get Snowman on the motherfucking remix. I'm just gonna put that out there. Some people may not like the idea. You either gonna get Gucci, do the get that Gucci shit, or get Jeezy on the remix. If you're gonna do this sound, you have the access and the resources. QC and them, they started out fucking with Jeezy from Coach K and them. That should be an easy call. Don't get no other Miami motherfucker on there if you're gonna do a remix. Call Snow. That's just my opinion, but I think that'll help you go up one good time. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah. I got money. Ain't that what he said? Oh, man. So that's JT with OK. Again, I know some of y'all feel like the record is just okay, but I fucks with it. I'm interested to see what happens with it, you know? That's just me. Now, in other music news, we've got Chance the Rapper here, as y'all see in the thumbnail. And we're going to address his new record. Oh, shit. Hold on. We're going to address his new record, Buried Alive. And from my checks, I was able to see that YouTube may not claim it. Hopefully everything goes smoothly, at least for the day and for tomorrow. Where he addresses his divorce, he addresses his lack of management, or his former manager, Pat, what was his name? Pat the manager, Pat Corcoran. They got into a very big issue a couple years ago. I talked about it on my channel last year, but I'll give y'all a quick refresher course on what happened between him and his manager, because this was actually really deep. So actually in 2021, Chance the Rapper fired his manager and former friend who he came into the industry with, and sued him for millions of dollars on top of firing him, all right? Chance was claiming that Pat consistently violated his trust and used Chance's reputation to promote his own business ventures, including a wine company. I'm just gonna, like I said, go through the simple version of this, the abridged version, if you will, just to give y'all an idea of what we're talking about. It's definitely more juice in this than the divorce, because we don't have details on the divorce. So last year, Chance the Rapper's former manager, and again, this is 2021 that they're saying this, he fired him for a breach of contract. Chance has now responded to the whoa, 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 whoa. So actually, his manager sued Chance for breach of contract, right? And Chance responded to the suit with his own motions, right? Filed his own lawsuit alleging that Corcoran was the one who breached the contract. So his lawyer says Mr. Corcoran has been paid in full under his management services contract with Mr. Bennett, yet he chose to file a groundless and insulting lawsuit that ignores his own improper self-dealing and incompetence. Mr. Bennett has moved to dismiss the majority of that meritless lawsuit and filed his own to remedy the harm that Mr. Corcoran caused through his breaches of duty. Mr. Bennett trusts the legal system to reveal the truth of the parties' relationship in due course, right? Now, in Pat's claims, he stated that back in 2013, him and Chance entered into an agreement that he would be paid 15% of net profits from Chance-related merchandise, tours, concerts, mixtapes, and album sales, brand deals, endorsements, film and TV ventures, etc. They say the 15% cut is one of the few allegations that Chance and his lawyers do not deny, so that was established. However, they don't believe or didn't believe that they owed him some of the outstanding charges that he was asking for, right? Now, Pat also said that he was fired because of the disappointment in Chance's The Big Day album, which was critically panned from just about everybody that heard him. You know, it had a couple good records on there, but the rest of the album was I'm a married man and God is my savior. And niggas was like, all right, bro, what else? So Pat made claims saying that the album was terrible because Chance went in the studio and basically freestyled all of the music against Pat's request, right? Saying he didn't really spend enough time focusing on making the best music, right? Chance and his team say the album received many favorable reviews. They may have received many, but it wasn't the majority, my nigga. And they say at that time, Pat had all but abandoned his management post prior to and during the creation of the album, choosing to delegate his responsibilities to others, right? Now, Chance also claimed that Pat Corcoran was doing other businesses of his own, but using his reputation and using Chance's good faith and name in order to get things off the ground, right? Even, I believe, forging a signature, and also stealing Shopify payments that were going to Pat's account rather than Chance. So he was stealing money, doing deals with other people with promises that Chance would come on board and basically be a part of it with no clearance from Chance. So it's basically saying, yeah, do business with me. I manage Chance the Rapper. We can definitely include him in XYZ. And that was allowing him to get paid money because of now the good faith of, okay, we're going to be working with Chance too. So he was doing some sideways shit. Just wanted to give y'all some history on that. We all see that the divorce is playing out publicly. We know why the divorce is happening because Chance, in the last couple of years, has decided to become a free man. That Jamaica trip definitely exposed a lot. So now he's got this new record called Buried Alive, where he addresses it a little bit and just talks about some of the trials and tribulations that he's been going through in the past couple years. So I want to go ahead and play that for y'all because once again, according to my checks, this is what's going on. Oh shit, I forgot to even talk about JT's streaming requests for OK. We're going to get to that right after we talk about Chance's song. So hopefully I remember this shit cuz this is interesante to me. Okay? But here's the Chance record. That's Chance with Buried Alive. You know, Chance is a very interesting character in this music game, man. Like he had everybody bowing to his feet with cheese and crackers at one point. He was the independent poster child. And now it seems like he's kind of relegated himself back into the underground. His style has changed, morphed multiple times. He still can rap, there's no doubt about it. Even in this song, he had some notable lines. Um, the whole life reference, you know what I'm saying? Talking about he was fighting for his life. Ate the cornbread, don't want their lunch. Like we remember, you want your cornbread. You know what I mean? I think the interesting thing to me about this record is when you try to do a vulnerable time song and talk about what you've been going through, one of the ways that you win is also talking about accepting your fault, saying where you may have fucked up. We talked about this with Amanda Seals also. You got to accept accountability before you can start talking about all of these weapons formed against you, trying to prosper and, you know, the dungeon dragon and dagon and all of this stuff. You know, he's making biblical references and all that type of stuff. And it's like, you can't use the Bible as a weapon if you are also at fault. You know what I mean? I fucks with Chance. I think he's dope. I want to see him do well. This whole Black Star Line festival that he does out in Africa is amazing. I don't want to act like I'm taking anything away from him, what he's been able to accomplish without having a traditional record deal with any company up to this point in his career and life is also amazing. Um, so all that is well and good, but your wife is making it seem like you was cheating, Mr. Preacher Man. What about that? What say you to that? Okay? That's all I'm saying, bro. Don't make it seem like everybody going against you. That's all. It's all love, though. Hold the fucking front door, yo. Hold on. I know y'all like, what the fuck does this nigga just say hold the front door? Because we gotta pivot the conversation. I just got tagged in some shit, and I got tagged in one of these clips a couple days ago. As y'all can see here, my headline has changed from Chance the Rapper to Nicki Minaj calls out Ice Spice. Let's get into it, y'all. So remember when we talked about the potential falling out of Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice because she didn't sign too heavy on it, right? We talked about Ice taking photos with Cardi. We talked about Ice getting on that new Body record in place of Nicki, although it wasn't cleared to be released. All that type of stuff. Well, people have been, since I've been doing this show and we got a variety of different viewers, people have been tagging me on these different Twitter spaces and little conversations from her Stationhead that I've been like trying to tread lightly around because I don't know exactly who she's making reference to. She always talks about, you know, these ghastly enemies that we never know. She doesn't really put names on them sometimes. She just be talking and getting shit off her chest without putting an actual target on it. And now we have two clips that basically circle back around to the same thing. I keep forgetting when I put them twos up, the balloons come in. But yeah, y'all, we gonna have to get into this because shit is finna get real in a second. I think whatever she comes out with next, and that's when I say next, I'm talking about Nicki. Ice Spice gonna be the new target. I'm not trying to stir up no shit, but clearly she's whistling to her fans to let them know what it is, to pull back the support on Ice Spice in code, because we already know a lot of her fans are barbs and have been supporting her due to their connection. She's now pulling back the reins and saying, yeah. She the ops now. Low key, I ain't saying it. And you know what I mean? She doing it in Morse code, but she letting them know she the ops. So first, here's the clip that I was tagged in the other day. And then we're going to play what I was just tagged in moments ago. Okay?
A lot of artists, you know, they come in and they start feeling themselves right away because of the internet, especially new artists. And there's so many new artists I think that I gave the best advice to. Like, advice that people would probably never give to anyone. And because they were so filled up in their head with these delusions, and people around you sometimes can do that, and it's sad. And once that fucking cloud nine comes down, you realize who's who in this industry and what is what. And you realize you got a long motherfucking way to go. If you think
Amen.
if you think some motherfucking viral content, okay, and you being on blogs, what happens is the opposite when the internet makes you feel like you're on cloud fucking nine. People were really basing their likes on social media, on their success. Like thinking that because you're getting a lot of likes on social media is gonna make you get that amount of album sales. A lot of
All right, so that's clip number one. Basically, taking shots at somebody that she allegedly gave advice and game to that didn't want to listen to her, talking about TikTok and going viral and getting likes online, not equating to record sales, album sales, money, success, etc. We don't know Nicki Minaj to give out hefty amounts of advice to too much of anyone. If anything, it's always take under the wing, let's do a song, and then eventually it goes bad. I don't give a fuck about none of you motherfuckers that love her like that want to combat with me on this shit. This is the way the story's played out with everybody. Now, getting into the new clip, right? And I must say, it's a double-edged sword because these artists, all of us nowadays, are relegated to coming up in the internet era. So of course, utilizing the internet and the platforms that are available on the internet are how we break records, discover records, find out what's going on. We're getting our fucking news from social media platforms before we get to the news channels, if anyone even watches the goddamn news channels these days. So again, it's a double-edged sword, and I understand where she's coming from to an extent. But this is the same internet where people are currently buying your records. Let's not act like nobody's physically going into stores. Let's not act like we still got the Sam Goodies, the FYEs, the Circuit Cities, the fucking Tower Records, mom and pop stores. It ain't happening like that. So it's the same internet that you're utilizing to get on Stationhead and talk to your fans. And we know why you're getting on Stationhead every day. Let's keep it a fucking buck, right? I've been witness to this shit numerous times. You get on Stationhead, you'll see whatever she's currently pushing. When that motherfucking Pink Friday 2 came out, it shows you live. This person just bought Pink Friday 2. This person just bought F This Club Up. This person just bought, Barbie Dangerous. Whatever the songs from the album, that shit shows you in real time that her listeners are buying. So anytime she gets on and she gets on for an hour, she gets on for 3 hours, she gets on for 20 minutes, she don't get on there because she love y'all and care about y'all all that much. That is a lick because she knows every time I log into Stationhead, y'all are going to keep buying those albums because y'all want to get my attention. Y'all going to keep getting in a chat and buying those albums keeps my attention. So let's not act like you're not utilizing the internet to your advantage either. You just have a rabid fan base, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely great. But let's not act like these people are doing this outside of the confines of the internet. Everything is here. But this new clip makes direct reference to her label, Heavy on It. She addresses who is and who is not a Heavy on It artist. And she talks about someone who did not want to sign with Heavy on It, but elected to go sign with them white folks. Who could it be? Who knows? But let's hear what she got to say.
a motherfucker will tell somebody they don't really wanna you know what I'm saying, sign with Heavy on It, but then they'll go and sign with the white peoples. And guess who the white people's finna call? Always. Oh, Nika Tanya Mirage Betty. Oh, they always make sure they get a, get the attention of the barbs. So you would be surprised, and I'm not talking about doing ad libs on any songs, if their name is not on the Pink Friday 2. They're not a heavy on it artist.
And there you have it. Ice Spice was not on Pink Friday 2. She absolutely was not. She didn't have no remix on that bitch. She wasn't a featured artist. Nanya. So I'm letting y'all know once again, she's chosen her new enemy. The next round of music that she's coming out with, you can expect to hear some shots aimed at the icy one. I don't know if Ice Spice is gonna be equipped for that one. They played, little kid games with her and with Lotto. You know what I'm saying? Niggas want to go buy buses. Niggas want to go put shit on. You ain't the shit, bitch. You the fart. You can say whatever you want about Nicki. You can say, you can allude that you think she's a druggie. You can say that she's falling off. You can say whatever she want. But if it comes down to lyrical battle between herself and Ice Spice, like Cruz, we all know who's the victor. Oh man, hopefully it doesn't go there, but if it feels like this is the warm up, I feel like this is the time she's letting the people know, especially her fans, because she's speaking directly to her fans when she gets on Stationhead. The assignment has been laid out. Operation pull resources from Shouty. Hate to see it. Ice Spice has got a new record that's about to drop. Y'all remember she performed it at Coachella a few days ago, last weekend. She got a new song that's about to drop. Now all of a sudden, Nicki Minaj is letting the people know she ain't one of us. What Quavo said, you're not the woman I thought you were. So now she finna pull back, get the fans involved, and when Ice Spice's next record comes out, we're gonna see. Does it affect her? Does her youthful fan base show up in droves and make it show that, hey, I never needed you? Or do we see that the real nature of her fan base was predicated on the support from Nicki? It's gonna get very interesting. And just remember, J Nolan gave y'all the tip, gave y'all the audio, gave y'all the inside. The insight. That's all I had to say on that. Next up, I want to get back to JT, because she came out with some guidelines for her fans to help that OK record excel. And I thought it was very interesting that she did this. All right. So let me go find this little diagram that she came through with for her fans. Not diagram, but infographic, I should say, for her fans. This shit was interesting to me. Let me go ahead and load it up on the screen for y'all. So as you can see here, I'm no longer here because this shit is big. Why is it not letting me move it around? Hold on, y'all. All right, bet. So it says how to support OK, Spotify streaming rules. And this is for those that want to go listen to the song, on repeat or however you're going to do it. It says turn off shuffle and loop before playing. So you can't do the shuffle, you can't do the loop. Make sure you turn that off to make sure that all streams are counted, right? Stream on a playlist with 2 to 3 filler songs in between OK. So basically, what you're saying is build a big playlist, right? And every 2 or 3 songs, put OK back on the playlist. I don't know if you can really do that, but because I think once you add a song to a playlist, they tell you this song is already on the playlist. But she wants you to build a playlist with 2 to 3 filler songs between OK, and just keep listening to that bitch, right? Do not loop the song and put it on repeat. The streams will get filtered. And when she says filtered, meaning they won't be counted. Furthermore, it says volume can be low, but do not mute the song. So don't turn it all the way down. You can turn it down low and go about your business. You may not even be actively listening to the song, but make sure that you keep playing it and turn it down low, not on mute. She says, listen to the song for at least 30 seconds for the stream to count. Most charts only count the first 20 streams per account per day. Interesting. I didn't know that. So if you've got an account on Spotify and you're listening to a song, let's say 50 times in a day's work, most charts only count the first 20 streams per account per day. So no matter how many times you run that bitch, they're only going to count 20, which means that you basically get capped out at 20 plays per day per account per person. And for the fans, she's trying to signify them to keep running them bitches up. You know what I mean? And it's going to be your daily job to help her chart. That's what this is all about, trying to game the charts. This is something that the Barbs also did with Pink Friday. Some of them Barbs was out there donating money to fellow fans so that they could buy the album more than once. Saying, hey, if you need me to send you some money so you could buy the album 5 times, I'll send it to you. This is the type of stuff going on. This is not the old streaming farm days that they was talking about on Vice. The fans are now gaming the system for the artist. We saw Justin Bieber's fans come out, I think when he put out, what's that song? I put my bitches on in Georgia. Yeah. They was doing some shit like this too, put out a similar graphic to this. There was some other artists that have done this shit too, but I can't pinpoint their names and I don't want to misjudge who did it. But I do recall this coming out for Justin Bieber. They say copy the link of the song and share it on social media. This helps songs appear on viral charts. They want to see how many times it gets shared. For those with a premium Spotify account, join us on Stationhead. So now JT is going to be going on Stationhead to play the music, play the artists, play the songs. And again, I told y'all about the Stationhead game where you gamify the system, where if somebody buys the song or album while you're live on Stationhead, it shows you that on the screen, and it basically influences others to want to do the same. And if you go on and do a Stationhead every day, you're going to get new fans that's going to buy the new album or a new song single every day, right? She's learning, she's picking up game from Nicki. I'm not mad at it. I'm just at Inside the Industry. It's my job to tell y'all what's going on. And use a different account per device. So if you've got 4 phones in your house, you got an iPad, you got a motherfucking Mac, you got a Windows tablet, whatever you got, make sure you sign in from different accounts so that you can get those plays counted, right? They even go on to do Apple Music streaming rules, right? Taking it a step further. If you bought the song on iTunes, remove the download for the stream to count following these steps, right? So if you happen to buy something from someone and you go back and listen to it, those plays are no longer counted as streams because you've already purchased it, right? So that means it's almost unincentivizing for you to buy it, because when you play it, it's a new stream. But if you buy it, the money gets registered and any subsequent streams from there are basically not counted, right? So what they do is you buy the album, you delete the album, you go back and play it, run the streams up, and eventually you're going to go back and buy that bitch again, right? It's not on this directive here, but this is what the Nicki Minaj fans were doing for Pink Friday too. I witnessed this shit in front of my own eyes on Twitter. But what are they doing here? It says open your Apple Music library, select the 3 dots, remove the download. It's telling you to go back and remove the download after you buy it. And then you could go stream it on a playlist with other songs in between. There should be a cloud or arrow next to the song when streaming. Do not loop the song. Same shit. You can stream each version 50 times per day per account. So this is what they do. And who came up with this graphic, by the way? At Click Minaj. So if you telling me that it ain't the Barbs, who is it? Who knows? Oh, man. This ain't no hate train. This the last train to Georgia, baby. I'm just telling you what it is. I'm telling y'all what the people out here doing. It ain't my fault y'all doing this shit. In other music news, we've got Normani coming out with her new record, 159, featuring Gunna. I'm gonna go ahead and say I enjoyed the record. I thought it was dope. I think it's solid. But on the same token, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It kind of sounds like a Chloe record to me. And I'm a little over the tapping into the Leah Timberland type vibe. I know she already did that with Wild Side and that worked for her. But it felt like they were trying to tap back into that zone. Again, it's not a bad song. It's good for easy listening. I don't feel like the moment is happening over again. You know what I mean? Like the support, the big movement, the big video, the budget, the rollout. I don't feel like we're back at that space with Normani. And again, I actually feel like this record was Chloe's first. I feel like this was a Chloe and Gunny, I call this nigga Gunny. I feel like this was a Chloe and Gunna record. If y'all can remember, last year, Chloe came out and told the world, hey, I had a whole album done. I'm scrapping everything and starting from scratch and building a whole new album, which the original album had Have Mercy, the record featuring Lotto, a couple other joints that I actually happen to like. She swapped out everything on there, started from scratch, came up with a new album. And for all intents and purposes, it pretty much flopped. Right? But what happened to all of those records that were on the original pressing of that album? I'm quite sure some of them made their rounds into the industry for other artists to go do their renditions of. I believe 159 is one of those records. Y'all remember Chloe and Gunna before he got thrown into the slammer with all that motherfucking YSL shit. They was around here canoodling, right? They were out here soft launching. I don't know if it was a relationship or if it was they at least wanted people to believe they were in a relationship. They did a music video. They were getting all cozy, right? Now that he back out in the streets, they seen each other at Offset show, all that good shit, right? But it looked like they was trying to soft launch some shit. Now all of a sudden, we got Normani and Gunna on a record that sounds like it could have been Chloe's to begin with. That's just my assessment of it. That's no shots at Normani. That's not a dig. I'm just saying, me as an avid listener, me as a music fan, that's how it feels to me. Some people may not feel that way, and that's okay. We all have different opinions. And speaking of Chloe, she's got a new album on the way. She announced it at Coachella. Trouble in Paradise is the name of the album, and she said it's called that because she is the Trouble in Paradise. So it's not about anyone bringing trouble in paradise to her. She's letting it be known, I'm finna fuck some shit up. Whatever was Peachy Clean, Peachy Keen, Mr. Clean, she the one that's finna wreck shop. All right? So I find that to be very interesting. She says she can't tell us when the album is going to drop. I'm going to be looking forward to it because she's talented. She's got a great voice. She can dance. She's got the entire package. She just does not seem to have the public behind her. Should have just leaned more into the Have Mercy vibe, which was still kind of in the vein of what her and her sister were already doing. She wanted to go and do other things. This new rollout, I like the Fuck Your Status record. But the other one, the Boy Bye, I'm not so crazy about, but she's trying to get into that alternative pop world. Not a bad idea. We'll see how it works out. That's what I've got for y'all today on New Music Friday. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like and share the video. And if this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. And I will see y'all on the next one, all right? Much love and respect. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer, we come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden, they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no Gunna. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.